We often hear about joint domain operations and multi-domain operations. In Defense News' new Pathfinder series, we dig into what that means.
To you, what is multi-domain operations or joint all-domain operations? This phrase we hear about, and what does it mean to you? And then maybe we can go a little bit deeper into that.
There might be confusion about joint all-domain operations versus multi-domain operations, but in my mind, they're very much working toward the same goal. Starting with JADO, or joint all-domain operations, it's really the synchronization of weapon systems with data sources and sensors. What's really different about it is we're talking open architecture now. Obviously, JADO is enabled by the Joint All-Domain Command and Control capability, JADC squared. It is cloud-based, which is new. It opens the door for artificial intelligence, and there's some byproducts that I think are going to be very advantageous, which is possibly even opening the door for bringing in contributions from allied partners. Multi-domain operations is the Army's contribution to JADO. Our Chief of Staff, General McConville, wrote a very informative paper. It's quite lengthy, but it really gives a good description of multi-domain operations. And he has a vision by 2035. By the way, I don't think we're going to have to wait that long, because the Army is already really getting after it, and we're going to see a lot of capabilities. We already see some now. But the Army, as part of the joint force, will counter and defeat near-peer adversaries in all domains, as was mentioned before: land, sea, air, space, and cyberspace. It's going to provide commanders with numerous options for executing simultaneous operations, presenting multiple dilemmas to our adversaries, and it's going to create physical and psychological advantages.
You can find the entire conversation and sign up for live events on defensenews.com. And now for this week's defense industry headlines.
The Biden administration wants to remove barriers in it so federal government can more quickly respond to cyber attacks. Following government cyber breaches, the Biden administration issued a cybersecurity order requiring improved protections at government agencies and prompt breach reports from federal computer network and cloud service suppliers. The executive order, signed on May 12, touches on many issues that the Defense Department is weighing to ensure the adequate protections among its vast information technology supplier network. That effort is driven in large part by lawmakers' alarm over recent high-profile government network compromises. For example, lawmakers ordered the DoD to assess programs to share cybersecurity information with the defense industrial base and to consider the possibility of a threat hunting program on vendors' networks. The security of the military's most sensitive information, such as weapons controls and service members' locations, rides on its cyber protections. Britain has confirmed it will acquire 14 Boeing-made Chinook helicopters, but the government has prolonged the delivery schedule over the next decade due to budget issues. The deal was made through the U.S. Defense Department's foreign military sales process and will see Britain pay $2 billion for the helicopters and associated equipment. Deliveries are scheduled to start in 2026 and be completed in 2030. That's about 3 years behind the original plan, as the British Defense Ministry has prioritized more pressing modernization needs ahead of the Hilo acquisition. The agreement includes development work on manufacturing of the extended range helicopter over the next decade. Over its 40 years in the service with the British military, the Chinook helicopter has been used for a diverse range of roles, from special operations to cargo carrying and civil emergencies. The forthcoming helicopter, known as the H-47ER, is destined primarily for Special Forces operations. The Ministry of Defense said in a statement that the helicopter will have a top speed of 300 kilometers per hour, and the new H-47ER aircraft will have a range of new capabilities, including an advanced digital cockpit, modernized airframe to increase stability and improve survivability, and a digital automatic flight control system to allow pilots to hover in areas of limited visibility. Officially announcing the deal on May 13th, Defense Secretary Ben Wallace said the investment will mean the UK will have one of the few air forces with those capabilities. And that's it in the defense industry news. Coming up, personal finance expert Jeanette Mack gives tips on how to separate your personal finances from your business ones.